Hello everyone, my name is Aiki, and welcome back to Persona 3 FES. Today, I tell the shadows to die for me. Or well, I guess one survived. But, as you can see, I'm starting this episode off with me ending off my grind here as I get a chunk of experience. And here we go. Level 83. Perfect. Alright, so I wanted to start this episode off just showing you that I have completed my grind. And as you can see, there's no one else in Tartarus with me. I am the only one left, and I am level 83. My party members are not that high level. Unfortunately, they got tired about halfway through the grind, and they had to go back to the dorm. So they're not even close to 80. But they do have some of their more powerful spells. I made sure that I gave them... I made sure that they learned the spells that I needed before they were allowed to leave. So, the only thing I'm actually missing for them is I think Mitsuru is missing a fire amp. I think Ken is missing Madeira Han, which kind of sucks. But it would take way too much grinding to get there, and he was just way too far away for it to happen. And also Junpei is missing a move as well as Aegis, and I think everyone else is set and ready to go. I know Yukari, at the very least, has all of her spells. But more importantly, I think what we should go through first is my change in personas. So let's go real quick into the list. And so first off, we have Daisojo here. You can see he is level 76 now. I think he was like 64 when I started off. That growth 3 really puts in a lot of work. His Samsara, also instant light kill, also very useful. I don't know how useful he might be against the final boss, but I found that Daisojo, Alice were really good for grinding, just because they could just wipe out the enemy mobs really easily. So, of course, following Daisojo, we have Alice. Most notably, her Die For Me, and nothing else really too interesting about her. And then we have our Beelzebub. I did the Hexagon fusion, fusing Lilith, Abaddon, Balzabul, Succubus, Incubus, and I think that's it. And Lilith. Did I say Lilith already? I don't know. But, yeah, I fused them together. Got Beelzebub. You can see his stats are almost maxed out. They're ridiculously high. He has Magarudyne, Makarakarn, Mabufudyne, Maziodyne, and most importantly, he has Absorb Ice, so he was kind of neutral to ice before, as you can see at the top, but he absorbs it now, and he has Null to Light, which is also very important. I tried to get Resist Fire onto him, or some kind of skill that would, nullify his fire weakness, and I just couldn't do it. It took me probably 2 hours just to get Null Light and Absorb Ice together, along with High Counter, which is going to be extremely helpful if the enemies use Slash or Pierce attacks. So there's that. And Primal Force is a severe pierce damage attack against one enemy, so that could be really useful as well. I'm not entirely sure what Victory Cry is, but he's way too far from the next level for me to get it anyway, so there's that. Then we have Susano-o. He's honestly not as impressive as I thought he would be. He's another hexagon fusion that I made out of all the Fool Arcanas mixed together. He does have Marakukaja and Matarunda, so that's gonna be useful if I ever need it, as well as Regenerate 3, so he has that Sustain, and Tetrakarn. So he does have a niche usage if I ever need it, but I'm not entirely sure I would. He's also weak to light, so that's not exactly the greatest thing in the world. Next up we have Cibele, and she is very clearly probably our second or third, I think our third strongest persona after Beelzebub, and another one that I haven't shown you yet. And one of her best spells here is Spellmaster. As you can see, it was her last spell to be learned, and I think that was at level 75. And that skill actually halves the MP cost of all spells in the game. So Madeira Hand, instead of costing, I think it used to cost 40, it now costs 20 to cast. And Mabufudine would cost around 12 or 16, somewhere around that, and that is going to be extremely helpful against the final boss, which I heard could range around 30 to 40 minutes depending on my level. So it's definitely going to be a really long battle, and having that Spellmaster is going to make it a lot easier keeping my SP count up with all of my items. And so she's here for debuff, healing, reviving, all the good stuff. Then I have Trumpeter, who is probably not going to see much usage in the final battle. He's sort of just here because he's our cheerleader, I guess. He can cheer us on with that trumpet of his. And then we have Mother Harlot, who I did not actually fuse. I picked her up inside the dungeon as one of the shuffle times. So I was thinking of using her for fusion material, and I have used her as fusion fodder a few times, and I just picked up another one just in case I needed it, but doesn't seem to be able to make anything interesting at the moment, so I'm just gonna leave her in the party. If I ever need to repel thunder, well, I can switch into her. Then I have Suparna. This one took me a really long time to make. I wasn't even sure what I was gonna get out of it, but if you look at his skills, he has Auto Marakukaja, Auto Masukukaja, and Auto Matarukaja, and that was what I wanted. So I was just fusing all of the personas that I had that had the 3 autos, and I just kept fusing them until I got something good out of it that had all 3 autos on. So I didn't even really care too much about giving it Magarudine, which is actually really good because Suparna actually covers my Garu side, because I don't have any other persona that can cast Magarudine. So we have Suparna here with Wind Amp, so that's nice. He also has Mabufudine if I ever need it, and Dairahan if I ever need it. But his utility is basically I am going to start off with Suparna in battle, and that's just going to give me all 3 autos. I don't have to waste any turns casting it, and I can just start the battle off fully buffed and ready to go. And that, I think he took me... I had to keep randomizing the personas probably for about 2 hours. Like, I was just sitting here watching videos as I did it. It was a really long grind. Beelzebub took a really long time too, but Suparna actually took way longer. And then we have Saturnus. This guy is a beast. He is super strong, and he also has Spellmaster. And the reason for that is because I fused him using Sibeli and some other persona I don't remember. But I gave him Spellmaster, and he has Maragi Dine, Fire Amp. He also has Masuku Kaja and Maraku Kaja if I ever need it. If I need to drain fire or something, we got that. He has no weaknesses because he has Absorb Ice. So he has no weaknesses at all. He also has Growth 3, which is really good. And Primal Force, which is the piercing spell. The severe pierce attack. So I think he's my second strongest persona in terms of magic stats, so he's probably gonna see some usage if I ever need fire or just buffing in general. Raphael is not as strong as he used to be, obviously. If you remember, he had Maraku Kaja and I think a couple of other spells just to round off his weaknesses and stuff, but I fused him away to make the Suparna, and this is just another one that I picked up inside the dungeon. And lastly, we have Masakado, or Taira no Masakado, if you remember the lecture that was taught to us by one of the teachers, the one with the samurai hat. And this is I think the ultimate form of the Tower Arcana. He is honestly not that good either. Him and Susano didn't turn out as strong as I hoped them to be, but well, he's here if I ever need him. And that is that. In terms of equipment, I didn't really find anything special. I have the Papal Robe, which is a stronger armor, and I think I have different sandals for some of the other party members that were a little better. I know I gave Yukari some shoes that gave her evade electricity high, so there's that. And unfortunately, I can't check the status of everyone here, so I can't show you their equipment, but I will probably have to change their equipment when we get back into Tartarus on the full moon, so I will show you their setup then. But we've gone on talking long enough, and I think it's time we spend our last 3 days. Today's is the last composition class for January. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how fast every subsequent year seems to go by in your head. Oh, we got final exams, huh? Yeah. I feel like the town has changed a lot since I got here the first time. A disease, huh? Yeah. Huh. You know, I really do like Maya or Miss Toriumi. Definitely a favorite of mine. And we have Mitsuru here. What is it? Oh, sure. Yeah, I'll meet you after school then. And to me, it seems like it's been a really, really long time since I've seen these girls. Well, since we've hung out with them normally. Because I'm pretty sure I was in Tartarus for around 8 hours. So even though I cut basically all of it out, it's kind of nice to be back in school here. And I think this is going to be the final level with Mitsuru. So, let's get ready and spend some time with her. Your room? Huh. Oh wow, what a fancy room. I've never seen a room like this before. Ha ha ha. Let's try to keep our spying tendencies under wrap here. But this is actually a ridiculous looking room. Yeah. Oh, Yukari actually comes to your room? You know, I just noticed she has a lot of roses. She has the picture of roses, she has the roses on her table. She's got that whole red motif going on here. Motorcycle key. Ooh. We talked about that, right? You said you would give me a ride? I wouldn't mind. I'll sit on the back. What, you don't like me holding on to you? I'll make sure nothing happens to you. We'll defeat Nyx together. Oh yeah? You want to watch some movies or something? I'm sure the movies would look extremely good on that TV. It's probably like 4K or something. Nice. Alilat, the ultimate form of the Empress Arcana. Maybe I can create that. I'm not sure. The Ancient Goddess. All right. That was awesome.
Sup, dude?
3 more days. Are you kidding me? I am sick of that place. Absolutely sick of it. Yep. I'll definitely go to the mall very soon as well. Not in a mood for a walk? this episode is going to be a little longer than usual, just because I kind of want to wrap up the last few days here as well. So I'll see what I can do. I think I'm going to actually visit the stores, sell a bunch of stuff, as well as checking out the antique shop, which I forgot to do yesterday, but that's something I will do tomorrow, and I might just cut that out if nothing interesting happens, just to save some time, just because it's probably not going to be anything interesting anyways. And I will go ahead and do that right now, assuming there's no lesson. Yep. Alright, so let's head over to the mall. We have 2 days left until what could potentially be the apocalypse. So let's go to the antique shop now, because I think I have a bunch of jewels I can trade in. So let's trade in some stuff for... what can I get? I could get more attack mirrors, magic mirrors. Those are nice. I think I want the precious egg for sure. And a bead chain. And maybe I'll just get some cards. Or not, never mind. Yep, so I guess I'll stock up on bead chains. Anything that can keep me from having to cast Madeira Hand too many times. Or if I'm like completely out of SP items and everything and I really need to heal, that's gonna help. This would probably come in handy. The Kunda gems. We could get 5 more of these. And let's check out our weapons here. Let's see. Corpse Rod with Beelzebub. 450 plus 10 to all stats. That's pretty awesome, but I really have zero interest in fusing away Beelzebub. Oh, what's this? Masakado's Katana. 450 plus 10 to all stats. Ooh. You know what? Yeah. I can pick it up in 2 days. Oh, you're kidding me, right? Oh no. Do you think I'll have a chance to pick it up before we go into Tartarus? 'Cause that could be a problem. Oh no. That is going to be bad. But hopefully I'll be able to do that. We're gonna go spend some time with Aegis then. Yep. Alright. Wow. You got dogs and cats now. doesn't look like we are going to be able to even grow a level with Aegis. Alright, well, you know what? This is actually probably a good part to end off, as since we have completed all of our preparations, next episode will have us spending our last day maybe alone, maybe with one of our friends. Haven't decided yet, but once we get that done, I will see if I can pick up my katana and we will head straight into Tartarus in order to battle Nyx and save the world. But until then, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.